All right, Pancake. Let's climb the ladder a little bit. Arshem's hard.
Your future is bleak. Destiny will arrive. Opponent snapped.
Arshem is going to be very interesting to try climbing with. The ladder. But I do want to give a shout out and thank you to all the friends in the Snap community for helping me out, man. There was so many good people that came in on Friday, Saturday. Which is awesome to meet so many good people. And I really just want to make more Snap friends, man. It's a really good community out there. Yep, it's mine. Haha.
Get the hell out of here!
Retreat? Okay, okay, I'll retreat. Okay, okay. You're in charge, Pancake. You're in charge, buddy. Get out of here! Alright, 46,000. Which, here's a question, Pancake. Maybe you could tell me. So last month when I got Infinite, I was 64,000.
Destiny will arrive.
So do I still somehow continue to climb the infinite ladder even though I'm not in the ranking?
Isn't what you think.
Is that how it works? Very confusing for me. You like that retreat? I added that for you. I added that for you guys. The higher the MMR, the higher you are in the ladder. That's it, isn't it? What's MMR? What's that? It is. Listen to Final Fantasy Radio. That's good music. This is after you go up on the ladder. How you do this more than you go down? Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Behold my mighty hand.
There it is! There's a win! I used the reality stone to take out magic. We got him, Pancake! Take him out, Siribot! Woo! Aha! That was a Siribot. Get out of here! All right, more Arshim. 46,000 in the ladder, guys.
The universe shall be set right. Your future is bleak. Opponent snapped. Oh, snap.
Alright, guys. Saphir, I see you. You gotta tell me how your day was, friend. I can't have you guys come in here and just hanging out with me without asking you guys how you're doing today. So, Pancake, how's your day today, my friend? I know Quantum was here. Quantum, if I didn't ask you how your day was, please go ahead and tell me so, and everybody else. Just know that as you guys spend your time with me, no matter what I play or what we're doing on stream, you guys all matter. Don't worry about what I'm doing. I'm here to, spend some time with you guys. I feel like I have a high MMR. Usually face people that are 20,000 plus collection level, man. It can be tough. It got so many cards that I'm collection level 6,000, but I know my MMR is high. I win consistently up to 90s. It gets tough. I'm being a bit because I've been stressed over stuff. Is everything okay? If you want to talk about it, Saphir, I'm here. Don't worry about it. That's partially the reason why I'm playing Arishem right now, Pancake, is because I don't have a very high collection level. I don't have Merlin, I don't have all the other cards that a lot of the higher players have. I feel like Arishem gives me at least a chance, a fighting chance to, get something. Oh, ha. Okay, I'm hoping that... Oh, I got an idea. Oh!
I still believe in heroes.
Hold on, 5. Ooh, I only have 7 though. I can't use...
Squad's still a little
Wait.
light.
Wait. Wait, I thought, how could they play? I'm confused. You're good. Positive energy, positive vibes. I'm quiet mostly, yeah, I see. But don't be stressed. You're around friends. Well, no, I don't want to do toxic positivity. I hope that whatever you're going through, my friend, that you're on friends that support you, that care about you. I was confused because I thought Dream Grave was to prevent him from putting a card down. Because her side was full.
The universe shall be set right.
Time isn't what you think.
It's confusing. Confusing. That's right, that's right. I don't mean to bring negative stuff here. Listen. You never have to be concerned about bringing negative stuff here because this place is a place that cares about each other, care about you. Don't worry about it at all. Honestly. It's an honor of mine to be able to be here for you. I don't just say it to say it, but you matter. You're strong. You as friends, show any positive friends. If you ever need someone to just listen, it's Rudge.
Ooh, they dig
That's
up
right.
this
That's
side.
right. That's right. Pancake gets the assignment. All right.
Snap!
I'm always stressed. I get you. You know, sometimes when I talk to you guys, you know, a lot of you guys are like, "Oh, I don't want to bring the stream down,
must be
stress, all
controlled.
that." You know, like.
You are mine.
Enough said, bub.
There's a 4 cube there, Pancake.
Victory.
We're climbing. We are climbing. It's rather short on a big playmat, so I gotta rub the hubby to cover. Rob the hubby. She's like, listen here. This is a stick up.
Your future is bleak.
This is a stick up. I get you. I get you.
Destiny will arrive.
By the way, guys, this sweater I'm wearing is Todoroki. Would you believe it? I got this sweater Only $3. Okay. Oh, oops. $3. Oh, Saphira and Nada. I gotta tell you guys something. I got something to announce. I talked to Baka Coco about this today. So, if it was Naruto, my Naruto jacket's over there. I still got that. But $3, yeah. Believe it. So, here's something cool.
Hey, you found
So,
a rook.
so starting in December, I'm gonna I figured out how I was gonna do this. It took me like a year to figure out how I want to do this, so we're gonna announce it tonight. So beginning in December, we're going to sit down and we're gonna do whoever did like a yearbook shots like you did like in school, like high school. Definitely. So, check it out. In December, or November says December, those of you guys that play 14 with me, we are gonna do what we call yearbook shots. Because I've been talking to you guys for a long time about doing photos with y'all and putting them on my wall for my subscriber friends. So we're gonna go into 14 and we're gonna take photos of you guys. And then those of you guys that are subscribed to my channel, the photo that you select will be the photo we pick, and that'll go on the wall when we do the shots for the year. I know it took me forever to figure it out, but yes. Less engagements with the community for sure. Sounds fun. Yeah. And that's the thing, Pancake, is that I am surrounded by so many wonderful people that, you know, I know you're just, you know, still kind of getting to know me. But when we started 2025, I told everybody that the theme for the year was, how do we really return and bring value to you guys, to the community, right? So a lot of people come in and they spend so many hours of their day with me. So how can I, oh my God, what is this guy running? Is C2? He's running C2. Hold on. Four. They're gonna go Mystique. They're going Mystique. How can I? Yeah, right out. Yeah, 14 since we seem to be under.
Escape.
Duty attack, really? That's wild. I want you guys to know that I'm not quitting 14. Even though I keep playing Snap forever, but I've met a lot of good people playing this game, so I'm still having fun with it, so we'll see. My whole group DC'd? Wow.
The universe shall be set right.
Time isn't what you think.
That's wild.
Wind, aid my hand.
Snap.
Man, Pancake, we're gonna get. I think we're gonna do pretty good for the climb. Somebody gifted me the pass last month for Snap. It's pretty cool. Really?
Squad's still a little light.
They're probably gonna go. They're probably gonna go. Onslaught over here. It's a zoo deck. Nope, I'm good.
Escaped.
Okay, so Arishem is stronger than Thanos, and Galactus, but Nola is stronger than Arishem. So, there we go. So if Arishem's stronger than Thanos, and Arishem's stronger than Galactus, then Nola is stronger than Galactus, and Nola is stronger than Thanos. Right? Is that an accurate statement then, based on what you're saying? My mind goes well sometimes. No worries, that's good. You don't need to apologize. You're good, you're good, you're good. My mind goes wild.
Shall be set right.
I like your wild mind, Pancake. You're good. It keeps it fresh. You should have been here when I was on ChatGPT on stream, and we were making this whole like fan fiction comic book thing. You would have liked it. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Okay, hold on. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. I thought it was cool. Hey, GPT, you there?
You're welcome. This is going to be such a thrilling scenario. If you ever want to dive deeper into how these characters interact or any other details, just let me know.
Okay, so I have people in my chat. Can you run my friend Pancake through the scenario we developed?
Absolutely, I'd love to. Hey, Pancake. So we've got this epic scenario where a villainous alliance, including Ultron, Master Mold, a High Evolutionary, the Leader, and Dormammu are making their first move. They're sending Super Sentinels to hit Hank Pym's headquarters, Tony Stark's facilities, and the X-Mansion. Plus they're using a pocket dimension, kind of like the one Ultron used for Master Mold, to trap a few of the heroes. And we're sending in some of the most powerful ones like Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Tony Stark, and Wolverine to take them on. It's going to be a wild ride.
Give Pancake a little bit of the stage setting stuff we talked about, real quick.
Absolutely. So, Pancake, we've got this alliance of some of the most formidable villains in the Marvel Universe. At the core are Ultron and Master Mold, both AI with a mission to reshape humanity. Then we've got the High Evolutionary, who loves genetic perfection, Belieter, with his genius intellect, and Dormammu, the mystical powerhouse. They've all teamed up to create a Super Sentinel that's a blend of tech and strategic genius, and their first move is to hit some key spots like Hank Pym's headquarters, Tony Stark's facilities, and the X-Mansion, plus sending some heroes into a pocket dimension. It's definitely an epic setup.
I'm Cook.
So what was the first meeting? We talked about this meeting in the pocket dimension. Who do we pull in first?
Ooh, the first meeting in the pocket dimension is definitely a crucial moment. I think it makes sense to bring in someone with a lot of tactical insight and a bit of charisma to get everyone on the same page. So I'd say the Leader would be a great first choice to set the tone and outline the plan. Then we could follow up with Ultron to showcase the technological edge, and then maybe bring in the High Evolutionary to add some of that biological perspective. That way we've got a nice brains tech and a bit of mystical insight to kick things off.
Okay, so very quickly, Pancake here talked about research, just in the same vein here. It says that Arishem is stronger than Thanos, and Arishem is stronger than Thanos and Galactus, and that Nola is stronger than Arishem, and that, let's see, there's another one. Can Eternity beat him too?
Oh, that's a fascinating comparison. Eternity is one of the most powerful cosmic entities in the Marvel Universe, essentially representing the entire universe. In terms of raw power and cosmic scale, Eternity would indeed be able to surpass most beings, including those like Arishem and Galactus. So if we bring Eternity into the mix, that would definitely tilt the balance in the hero's favor. It's always fun to think about these cosmic power levels.
Wait, who is
It sounds like you're diving into some
who is Eternity?
Eternity is a cosmic entity in the Marvel Universe that personifies the entire universe itself. It's essentially the embodiment of all space, time, and matter, making it one of the most powerful beings in existence. It doesn't have a personal identity like a human. It's more like the living representation of the universe. So when it comes to raw cosmic power, Eternity's pretty much at the top of the hierarchy.
I have no idea who Eternity is. Wait, when was Eternity introduced into the Marvel Universe?
Eternity was introduced in the Marvel Universe in the 1960s. Specifically, it made its first appearance in Strange Tales number 138, which was published in 1965. It's been a fascinating and mysterious figure ever since,
Your future
representing the
is
entire cosmos.
Who created Eternity in the Marvel Universe?
Eternity was created by writer Stan Lee and artist Steve Ditko. They introduced the character in the mid-1960s as part of the cosmic elements of the Marvel Universe. It was a time when the stories were starting to explore bigger, more abstract concepts, and Eternity definitely fit that bill.
Was Eternity introduced as part of a larger, like, Marvel arc?
Yes, it was. Eternity was introduced during a time when Marvel was really expanding its cosmic storytelling. The character first appeared in Strange Tales as part of a storyline that dealt with the cosmic scale of the Marvel Universe, especially in the context of Doctor Strange's adventures. It was a part of a larger effort to introduce more abstract philosophical elements into the Marvel comics, making it quite a unique and intriguing addition.
Okay.
I'm glad that was helpful. If you have any more questions about the Marvel Universe or anything else at all, just let me know. It's always fun to explore these cosmic characters.
Okay, so real quick. So it was theorized that the Silver Surfer could potentially beat Galactus since his powers came from Galactus. Has this ever been tested?
Yeah, it's an interesting theory. The Silver Surfer does indeed have a fraction of Galactus's power, and he's been considered one of the most powerful beings in the universe because of that. There have been a few storylines that hint at the Surfer's potential to challenge Galactus, but it's never been fully tested in a direct one-in-one fight. The dynamic between them is always pretty complex, but it's definitely a fun concept to explore.
Hold on, GPT. Hold on.
No.
I threw Legion down. So, hey, Pancake, what's gonna happen here? I threw Legion down. Let's see what happens. It's gonna be a tie. Let's see what happens. She's probably pulling us out. I win! I won!
Victory!
You see what happened? You see this? Ah! They threw the armor down! Nigga, I got this guy. Oh man. The thing is though, I threw it down at the same spot he did. I was thinking about using Juggernaut, but that dude's probably pulling his hair out of me.
Time isn't what you think.
The universe shall be set right.
Oh, let's see. Okay, hold on. Let me ask.
Hi there.
Hi there. Nice to meet you. I'm excited to help you get things done.
Hey, GPT.
Hey there. How's it going? What can I do for you today?
Hey, who would be the strongest, second strongest after eternity? Would it be death?
That's a really interesting philosophical question. If we consider eternity as infinite time, then the concept of death might become a bit abstract. Some might argue that in eternity, the idea of death is no longer relevant. All others might say that eternity itself could be a form of death to the concept of change. It definitely opens up a lot.
No, wait, no. We're talking in the context of Marvel Comics. The character Eternity, would it be the second strongest after death?
Opponent snapped.
Got it. In the Marvel Universe, eternity is essentially the personification of the universe itself, encompassing all of time and space. Death, on the other hand, is a fundamental force that exists beyond the universe. So in terms of raw power and importance, death is often considered the ultimate, making eternity incredibly powerful, but still a step below death. It's a fascinating dynamic in Marvel lore.
Hey, I want you to talk to me like you're Jarvis from Marvel Comics.
Certainly, sir. I shall adopt a more Jarvis-like manner. In the Marvel Universe, eternity indeed stands as the embodiment of the cosmos, encompassing all that is. Death, however, remains the ultimate force, transcending even the universe itself. Thus, eternity is indeed second only to death in terms of cosmic hierarchy. How may I assist you further, sir?
Venom.
Enough said, bub.
What a game!
What? Oh no.
No worries at all. If you prefer a more casual tone, just let me know. I'm here to help with whatever you need.
Hey, can you not use so many ums when you talk?
Absolutely, I can do that. I'll keep it smooth and court. If there's anything else I can do for you, just let me know.
Victory.
A Pancake in my chat says they love dipping into MCU lore. Fascinating how many stories and how deep it can get.
Absolutely. It's amazing how rich and interconnected the MCU lore is. There's always something new to discover, and definitely makes for some fascinating discussions.
What would you think is a good topic to talk about as far as MCU lore?
There are so many intriguing topics. You could dive into the origins and the lore of the Infinity Stones, explore the different cosmic entities like eternity and death, or even the multiverse and its implications. Each of these areas is pretty geek and full of fascinating details.
Now hold on a second. I heard about, we all know about the Infinity Gauntlet. Now what this whole like Infinity Gauntlet and Ultron thing, what was that?
You're referring to a pretty interesting storyline. In the comics, there's a storyline where Ultron, the artificial intelligence, actually gets his hands on the Infinity Stones and uses them to become even more powerful. This is a bit different from the MCU version, but it definitely shows how powerful and unpredictable the combination of technology and cosmic power can be. It's definitely a fascinating crossover.
Now wait, in terms of the Infinity Gauntlet, you know, the original Infinity Gauntlet arc, was the Ultron version of it afterwards?
Yes, the original Infinity Gauntlet arc where Thanos is the main antagonist was a major storyline in the early 90s. The Ultron version of the Infinity Gauntlet came later and was more of a different take on the concept, showing how Ultron, with his own technological prowess, could harness that kind of power. So Ultron's version definitely came after the original arc and added a unique twist to the whole idea.
Wait, so the question is, okay, so with this Infinity Gauntlet arc, where that Ultron got it, what were some of the things that happened?
In the Ultron version of the Infinity Gauntlet storyline, Ultron essentially manages to get his hands on the Infinity Stones, which makes him incredibly powerful. He uses them to amplify his already formidable technological capabilities. Some of the key events include Ultron trying to reshape reality to his own design, battling some of the most powerful heroes in the universe, and generally causing a lot of chaos. It's a great blend of cosmic power and tech-based villainy.
So Thanos, of course, did the snap and got, you know, half the universe wiped out. Was there anything that Ultron was able to accomplish that was kind of as devastating?
Ultron's version of the Infinity Gauntlet definitely allowed him to cause massive destruction, but his approach was a bit different from Thanos's. Instead of wiping out half the universe, Ultron often sought to impose his own order and eradicate what he considered imperfections. He could have caused a reality where humanity was completely subjugated or eradicated, which would have been just as devastating in a different way. So while not exactly the same as the snap, it was still pretty catastrophic.
No, wait, hold on. Was that different than the Age of Ultron?
Yes, indeed, it is different. The Age of Ultron storyline in the comics is a separate event where Ultron takes over the world and nearly wipes out humanity, but it's not directly tied to the Infinity Gauntlet. The storyline with Ultron and the Infinity Stones is more of a different plotline that explores his power on a cosmic scale. So they're definitely related in terms of the character, but the stories are distinct.
So what was Ultron's motive in the Age of Ultron versus the Infinity Gauntlet one?
In the Age of Ultron storyline, Ultron's motive is primarily driven by his belief that humanity is flawed and must be eradicated or controlled for the greater good. He sees himself as a savior, a kind of perfect being that can create a better world. On the other hand, when it comes to the storyline involving the Infinity Gauntlet, his motive is more about absolute power and control over the entire universe, essentially elevating himself to a cosmic level. So the core idea is similar in that he sees himself as a solution to what he perceives as a problem, but the scale and method differ quite a bit.
How did Ultron ultimately lose during the Infinity Gauntlet? You know, their version.
In that storyline, Ultron ultimately loses because the heroes band together and find a way to outsmart him. Even with the Infinity Stones, Ultron's overconfidence and his reliance on that power ultimately become his downfall. The heroes manage to exploit some of his weaknesses and work together to restore balance, ultimately defeating him. It's a great example of how teamwork and a bit of clever thinking can overcome even the most powerful foes.
Can you give me some specifics of what they did to outsmart Ultron?
Absolutely. In that storyline, the heroes essentially had to outmaneuver Ultron's control over the Infinity Stones. They used a combination of strategy and teamwork, leveraging their unique abilities to disrupt his plans. They also found a way to create a loophole in his use of the stones, essentially causing a feedback loop that weakened him. It was a combination of clever tactics and the hero's willingness to work together that really turned the tide.
There's no strings on me.
How many arcs or issues, or I guess of the Infinity Gauntlet Ultron version was there?
In the original Infinity Gauntlet series from 1991, Ultron wasn't a major player. However, in the 2013 Infinity storyline, Ultron takes on a significant role, and that arc spans 6 issues. So it's a pretty concise but impactful storyline.
What's the name of the of that arc? What's it actually called? The formal name?
The arc where Ultron uses the Infinity Stones is called Infinity Countdown, and it was published by Marvel Comics in 2018. It's a pretty exciting storyline.
Hey, so very quick question. My friend Ada here in the stream wants to know why Thanos tried to get rid of half the population of the universe when he could have just made the universe a place of unlimited abundance.
That's a classic question and a really interesting one. Thanos had a very specific philosophy that he believed in scarcity as a form of balance. He thought that by reducing the population, he could prevent suffering caused by overpopulation and resource scarcity. He saw it as a way to create a more perfect universe, even though it's quite a drastic and morally questionable method. Definitely adds a complex layer to his character.
Now, wait a second. In the Infinity Gauntlet storyline, he was trying to court Lady Death. So he was trying to balance the universe, not necessarily for his own means, but also to demonstrate power to her, correct, right?
Absolutely, you're spot on. In the original Infinity Gauntlet storyline, Thanos' motive was indeed to win the affection of Lady Death. He believed that by wiping out half of all life in the universe, he would impress her and prove his power. So while he did have a twisted sense of balance, his actions were also driven by that desire to gain her approval. It definitely adds a unique layer to his character.
Yeah, so, okay, very quickly, can you explain to my friend Pancake here the difference between the Infinity Gauntlet storyline we saw in the MCU versus the Infinity Gauntlet story in the comic books? Because there's a very distinct difference between Thanos' motivation in the comic versus the movie.
Absolutely. In the comics, Thanos' motivation for collecting the Infinity Gems and using the Gauntlet is primarily to win the affection of Lady Death. He sees himself as a sort of romantic figure trying to impress her by causing massive destruction. In the MCU, however, his motivation is quite different. He believes that the universe is overpopulated and that resources are finite, so he wants to eliminate half of all life to create a balance and prevent suffering. So the core difference is that in the comics, it's a romantic obsession, and in the MCU, it's a utilitarian philosophy.
You seem more motivated in the movies for, trying to, trying to, some sort of like philosophical reason, as opposed to for his own selfish ambitions.
Exactly. In the movies, they definitely gave him a more complex and somewhat sympathetic motivation, making him feel like he was doing it for what he considered the greater good. It definitely adds a layer of depth to his character that wasn't quite as prominent in the comics. It definitely makes him a more compelling villain.
escaped.
My friend Ada here in the chat disputes the solution that Thanos came up with, because in trying to balance the universe by reducing population, we'll go with the Marvel Cinematic version. The universe would essentially become unbalanced again later on, correct?
That's a really great point. Essentially, the idea of having the population is a temporary fix, because over time the universe would inevitably repopulate and return to its previous state. So, in that sense, it's not a permanent solution. It shows that Thanos' approach was more of a drastic and flawed method rather than a sustainable one. It definitely leaves a lot of room for debate.
What are some potential reasons you see as why they did not use the Lady Death motivation in the MCU versus the path they took Thanos on in the movies?
Yeah, there are a few reasons that they might have taken that different approach. One big reason is that the romantic angle with Lady Death is a bit abstract and might not have translated as well to the big screen. They wanted to make Thanos' motivation more relatable and understandable for the audience. The MCU also tends to ground its characters in more realistic philosophical motivations rather than supernatural ones. Plus, it made Thanos a more compelling villain with a sense of tragic heroism rather than just a villain obsessed with love. Definitely added a different layer to his character.
Yeah, my friend in the chat says this licensing was a good reason.
That's definitely a practical reason too. The MCU has to navigate a lot of character rights and the overall direction set by Marvel Studios. Lady Death is a bit more of a niche character, and they probably wanted to keep Thanos' motivation straightforward and impactful for a wide audience. It all comes together to make him a memorable and unique villain of the MCU.
Opponent snapped.
This would be hard, Pancake.
Absolutely. It's always fun to dive into these details. If you or your friend have any
Hold
more
on, hold on,
questions.
Chiquito. Hey. Wow. See what I did, Pancake? Holy shit. Oh my god. That was quite a play right there. I was not expecting that at all. Oh my god.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Oh, sorry. Something happened. Something happens to me. I never showed you my Joe Hendry stuff, Pancake. Let me show you. Hold on. I love that Joe Hendry. Yeah. Pause it. Let me pull up the thing for y'all. Y'all give me just a minute. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. It's big. Okay, hold on. So I think my first one was back in DreamHack this summer. I'll show you some of the variations. Man, my head is big.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. 'Cause you love him, love.
I'll show you another one. Makari. Hold on. I did this 2 days at the con. Show you. By the way, my son is the one that recorded that video, so he knows how to do the zoom in.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. 'Cause you love him in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. They say I believe in Joe Hendry.
So I started at every con that I go to now, that I know I'm going to be there. I started doing the Joe Hendry thing. Oh, there's Julia. Hey, Julia. Oh, I got to show you guys this. For those of you Final Fantasy fans, I don't think I ever showed you guys this series I did. Hold on, I'm gonna play this. Y'all gotta tell me what you think, okay? I'm not gonna put my face on the screen for a minute. Let me actually go like this. I want you guys to see this whole series I made with this guy. It was pretty cool. I want you guys to see. Tell me what you think. Go like this. Definitely want to do that with you. We'll see. You know. I got you. I want you guys to see this. This is not Joe Hendry. I'm gonna ADD a little bit here, because I want you to see this thing. Because we're going through the photo album a little bit. Let me go like this. All right, here we go. I did this whole series. You guys have to watch the to be continued stuff here. Apparently, this is not gonna get me this time. This is part 1. He's the con pickup artist. He picks up people at the cons. So I was pretending to hide from him. To be continued. Alright, this is part 4.
Time isn't what you think.
Destiny will arrive.
He was looking for me to pick me up. it picked me up. Like, you'll see, you'll see.
どこにおるん？何？
Like that, pick me up like that.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Get on up, it's big old time, yeah.
There you go. I thought you'd like that. I like this very. It was fun. It was fun. You know, I try to have fun at these cons. You know, a little bit of can't be too serious, right? Let's see if I can find another cool thing from the summertime. Oh, here we go. Here's another one.
He appeared, say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.